Hello and welcome. We're on another trip today. It's a nice day. It's 66 outside. Got let's say 19 miles to go here on the navigation. We're going to activate full self-driving here in a few minutes, and it's going to take us all the way into South Carolina to Greer, South Carolina. I'm going to pick up my buddy Greg, and then from his house we're headed over to the lunch place where all the hams meet for lunch. So let's activate full self-driving, but before I do, you have to remember this is beta software. I am the training guy. I'm going to correct it as needed. It is not perfect, so don't assume for a minute it's perfect. It's pretty near perfect, but it's not totally perfect. So let's hit it. All right, here we are. Full self-driving enabled. Of course, I have my hand on the wheel.
Turn right onto Landrum Road.
I have my hand on the wheel as usual, like even in regular autopilot. You just never know. We're going to be making a right turn here. This is our first turn. This is where we would end up going normally. It was creeping out a little too much. I didn't want to freak out the people coming down the road, so I went ahead and stopped completely. It's 45 in here. Sorry for all the crappy roads. Just got into South Carolina. The roads here in South Carolina are not always perfect. Where are you going? I apologize up front for any camera shake. I mounted the camera hanging from the glass roof. And we get into 35 here, and it automatically adjusts its speed. And we're getting into more traffic here. Uneventful, of course, is not very exciting, but it's okay. I think that's good when it comes to training a new driver. Just coming into the town of Landrum here now. Now we got a pedestrian up here on the right. He's going wide here now. That was good. Tends to give pedestrians wide berths. Now this will be interesting here. Yep, that's the right thing to do. Yep. And we stop on a red. That's good. We stop on a railroad track. However, this railroad track is dead. There are no trains on it. And there is a white line right here below us. And that's fine. It's not a big deal. And this crossroad right here is Highway 176. We've been on that a lot. And then it's 55 here. It's interesting, there were no speed limit signs on the side of the road. They must have picked that up from Google. Now we're up to 55 here now. It's 10:35 a.m. Sun is low in the sky, which happens in the winter time here. So we get lots of shadows. Again, I have my hand on the wheel just to keep the wheel and the car to know that I'm paying attention here. Yeah, we'll be coming up to Highway 11 here in a few. It's a crossroad here. Interesting, the speed line sign went to 25. And then it says 25 here max, and we're doing 40, but it's trying to stay up with the stuff. Now it'll go to 40 because there was a speed sign there. Kind of weird why it read 25. The only thing I can think of, maybe it read a sign off side of the road that I didn't see. I'll have to play the video back. Maybe I can see it. Coming up to Highway 11 now, and a big four-way stop. Alright, we'll see how the four-way stop works here. Okay, are you gonna go there, white car? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna go. Fine. Good work, car. Somebody in a white car just sitting there. I think they thought maybe it was a light or something, or it's going to turn green. And the car decided, okay, fine, you don't want to go, I'll go. Good work. All right, continuing southwest here now. 6.8 miles to our next turn. And it's 40 in here. It's kind of a excruciating 40. I'm just letting it take whatever speed that it can read and do. I normally go 5 over, but in this case I'm just going to let the car drive however it wants. Here's the 55 mile an hour sign, and I don't know if it'll see it or Google it. Oh, there you go. Now we're at 55. I think we'll bump it to 60 just because got a ways to go now. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I know a lot of people watch these videos to look to see where it's going to screw up. It screws up occasionally, and that's okay. Every time it screws up, that situation is sent on to the Tesla training computer, where the neural net is trained, and all that information on how to navigate these weird situations are then passed back to the cars in the subsequent software release. So the benefit is when I run into a weird situation, my situation is now taught to the neural net, and 1 million cars that run autopilot instantly know how to deal with that situation. It's pretty amazing. So you're going to see it. If you recall, you're probably old enough, you've had kids and you've taken kids out and you watched them drive, and you've made corrections, and they've done good things and they've done bad things. You correct it, they learn, well, hopefully they learn, and then there they go. They are at a point where you're happy to let them take your car and drive it around. And that's just how it works with full self-driving. The car is learning, just like your kid. You make corrections, the kid learns, the autopilot and the neural net learns, and the next time it comes across that, it knows what to do and handles the situation. That's exactly what all the beta testers are doing here with the full self-driving software. For you older folks, I'm kind of in that situation, you're going to really like full self-driving, and I'll tell you why. Situations when you get older, medical problems, accidents, and the like, you have a vehicle, once this thing is fully trained, that will be able to take you to the hospital, take you to your, maybe the pharmacy, take you to your kid's house. While you're driving, the car is actually doing most of the work for you. And I think that's amazing. It's like having somebody drive you someplace, yet it's your own car. And I really look forward to that. Whoa, what are we doing here now? Must have saw something it didn't like. It slowed down a little bit there. All right, we're coming up to the light here now. Is it red or green? All right, green. We'll follow this car through here. Yep, that was a good one. No problem.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Berry Mill Road.
All right, this is going to be an interesting turnoff. Where we're going is a relatively narrow 2-lane road, 1-lane road, one way each direction. And it's going to be interesting here. It's kind of a right angle turn coming up here in 0.7 miles. All right, it's downhill and it's on the right here, so let's see how it's going to handle this. Come on, turn your blinker on.
Now turn right onto Berry Mill Road.
Yeah. Good one, all by itself. Now we're on this little tiny road here. Should be interesting. Seems pretty confident back here.
In 500 feet, bear left to stay on Berry Mill Road.
Give it a couple extra miles per hour
now
here.
Bear left to stay on Berry Mill Road.
All right, so the turn up here is comes up kind of fast. Let's see if it'll navigate it. Okay, and it's right
now
here.
Now turn right onto Maze Bridge Road.
Yep, right here. All right. Good one, look at that. How about that? All right, now we got a 4-way stop here. And people have been known not to stop here. It's not kind of on a big road. All right, we can go. All right, we're gonna go. All right. Good one. All right, well, we're just about at Greg's house. I'm going to let Greg drive the car, so this will be our first run. I'll take the car in full self-driving all the way home when we get done today. And did a good job. Had one little weirdness when I started. It was creeping out a little too close, I felt, to the oncoming people. So I took over, and a couple places I actually gave it a little accelerator to go forward. All right, so that's this leg, and after lunch here, I will head home, and we'll do the second part of today's run.
He has 2 boats. He has this 1 boat just to do.
All right, I've left Greg's house. I took Greg out here in the Model Y. He's getting his Model Y on Saturday. We drove around, drove him on autopilot. You might want to watch that video. It'll be out following day after this one. Anyway, Greg has done well. He did well in the Model Y. Try to get his familiarity up. When he gets his on Saturday, he won't be so nervous. All right, well, let's turn on full self-driving and head home. We are engaged, Captain. Of course, I have my hand on the wheel as usual.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Berry Mill Road.
Okay, who's gonna stop? Who's gonna go? I guess we're going. All right, thank you.
Now turn left onto Berry Mill Road.
Creeping out and going. And going in a hurry. Can't dilly-dally around here. We're heading kind of north-northeast. The sun, of course, is starting to set here to our left. It's 5:30, make that 4:34 in the afternoon here. This little back road takes us over to Highway 14. We'll set it for 37. We got a bus. What's it gonna do? It's not gonna stop. All right. Now we need to mark that one. Might have stopped, but I wasn't going to let it go any further closer to the bus than normal. All right. All right. Here we go. Set speed up here. It's 35 here.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Highway 14 West.
Does a really good job on these little skinny roads.
Now turn left onto Highway 14 West.
All right. Okay, go. Well, you can't go now. You can go after these guys. All right. Seems to be centered up pretty well in the lane, just like a normal autopilot run. That was a good catch. Guy slowed down up here. Remember, there's no radar anymore in the Tesla. They've been turned off. I have radar in the car, of course, but the new software disables it. It's not needed anymore. The input by the radar apparently causes worse signal to noise, so it has more trouble trying to figure out what's going on. The pure vision allows the cameras to determine distance now to the target, and it of course then will stop or slow down as necessary here. That's a good stop. Yeah, handled that four-way stop perfect. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go through Landrum. At least it wants us to go through Landrum, and then take the shortcut down a place called Hunting Country. Kind of interesting. We'll see how it handles that. Kind of interesting. The truck moved up a few feet and we moved up right behind him. Keep our spacing. Let's see where we're going. Does it know where we're going? Yeah, which side of the road you going on? There we go. Yeah, where are we going? There we go. Doing fine. No, you don't want to go over there. That's a parking spot. Oh, it just centered up on the highway here, that's all. Typical behavior with autopilot, it always tries to do it. See, now once it determined that was a left-hand turn lane, it put us in the right lane. That was the right thing to do. And our turn's coming up here. It's kind of a funny rake angle
now
road.
Turn left
Let's
onto
see.
East Prince Road.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? No, you're not gonna do it. You don't know where you're going. That's okay. I took over. It kind of missed the road here, and then it decided it wanted to go last minute. I didn't really want to let it do what it wanted to do, so we'll just go here and put it on this road it wanted to go, but it couldn't find. There we go. Let's see how this works. All right, 30 miles an hour here. This is a, really? It's got its left-hand turn blinker on, but I don't know why I did that. All right, so we're continuing down on this road here. It's called Hunting Country. It's a very narrow road, kind of a shortcut to our destination. Kind of cool. The car moves over to the right a little bit when it passes cars, which is very cool. Now this is going to be interesting. If you look over here, it's almost a 90-degree turn. I'm assuming it'll slow down. It's marked at 25 here. See what it does. Yep. Doing 25 per the recommended sign. Look out there. I don't know if you got to see the groundhog. He was eating on the side of the road. He went the correct way off into the bushes. Now we're going down the hill here. And we'll slow down again around this corner, I'm sure. Good one. Yeah, we got some pedestrians up here on the right. Let's see how it's going to handle it. It's probably 200 yards. It looks like just a couple of them. See how it does it. Does it see them? Should. Yep. Went over the line to get away from them, which is the right thing to do.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Red Fox Road.
All right, so this is an interesting road. It's kind of a rake angle to the right. As you can see, it's 30 some degrees there.
Now turn left onto Red Fox Road.
I think it'll do a good job. It's done a good job in the past. Let's see how it works here. Stops back. It's hard to see around the corner to the right. Right looks good. Left looks good. And away we go. That was executed perfect. Interesting, when it comes to an intersection and it goes through it really slow, once it gets out on the highway, it goes slow. It recalibrates the speed.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, well, I tell you what I'm going to do. It wants to stop here. I'm going to go ahead and take control.
Now your destination is on the left.
Yep, good. I get about 6 miles to my house, so I'll pick you up back at my house when I get there. Okay, we have made it home here. It was a good run. Went all the way to Greg's house on full self-driving. Drove all the way back on full self-driving. Couple small anomalies. Other than that, it did pretty well. I fast-forwarded the video between the boring parts. But at least I picked out a few that look like it needs a little bit of help. Remember, being full self-driving, I am responsible here in the car. It's my responsibility to drive the car properly while I let the full self-driving take over driving the control under my supervision. The car is going to make mistakes, just like your 15-year-old that you taught how to drive. As I correct it, these corrections are sent back to Tesla. They're trained in the neural net and they will come out again as corrected. So when I go through these areas again with a subsequent software release, I will then go through the offending places without any issues and move on down the road. My job in all of this is to take this car in places that it needs to see that's different than a city. Lots and lots of city testing has been done. I am in the country. There is more weird roads in a city you'll ever see out here in the country, not to count for a lot of the weird things you'll find in the road. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. I'll look for you in the next drive and take care.